It's gonna be quick. Yeah, so uh real quick message to my Hotepers. Um I'm going to really challenge y'all. If I expose the information I know that's worth money, then it it will move things to a direction you will not expect. That's why it costs money to know the real information. The hieroglyphs you see for Hotep does not mean Hotep. The hieroglyphs are not letters. So when you see the hieroglyphs for Hotep, they are not what they've been telling you the hieroglyphs for Hotep represent. Okay, they're going to tell you that it's a rope, it's a loaf of bread, and it's a square. Like they don't tell you what the square is. They can't tell you what the square is made out of. They can call it a block, they can call it a square. And when you think of the square, what direction can you go with it? You can think of square has 6 sides. Okay, what else can you do with a square? What can a square do? You know, can a square be a cornerstone? Yes. Well, brick's a rectangle, but you can make a square block and build upon that square block. You know, um, these things are interesting when you think about it. But someone's going to tell you that this this rope, this loaf of bread, and a block means peace. It means greeting, and that's not the case at all. In fact, it's not a rope. It's not a loaf of bread. And when you think about the block or square, well, there lies, the ideal. See, a square, a perfect square, nature does not make perfect squares. So that means that comes with ingenuity. Ingenuity, then you have to really think of what's going on here. So if we have a so-called table, and you're saying that that's a sacrifice or a sacrificial table for offerings or any of these things, then you're saying, okay, so a rope and a loaf of bread. Well, what is the rope? Is the rope made? Is the rope edible? Like, make it make sense, you know, to the common mind. But what leads into, but this has nothing to do with the information that I charge for, the information that I have released, which is actually worth money as well. But this information is crushing Egyptologists. It's the fact that what you call a rope is not a rope, and what you call a loaf of bread is not a loaf of bread. These are representations of geographical locations. So when I say these are representations of geographical locations, you cannot say that you're incorrect because it's on Earth. Now you have hieroglyphs that people will tell you that represent space. They're going to tell you that that 5-point star represents something in space. I'm telling you, they have tricked all of you. They have tricked all of you. So it's time to, put the BS aside. People are lying and saying that I made this stuff up. No, I didn't. You know, so Hotep is um, not the hieroglyphs that you think that they are. What they call a robe is something that happens on earth. What they call a loaf of bread is something that happens on earth, something that you see on earth. When you see that table, it's representing a foundation, flat land. And you'll often see a similar symbol for land with variations of different hieroglyphs around it. So there's something going on here, and it's the fact that you have to have a key. Walter Williams said, in order to decipher the hieroglyphs, you're going to need a hieroglyphic key. You're going to need an alphabet. And I agree for symbols that are actually a language, that are actually letters, but I have to disagree because hieroglyphs are not letters and it's not pertaining to something that you can read. These are representations of geographical locations. That means that, like Walter Williams said, the stop sign and the stoplight and all these different things that you see while you're driving, as I am driving right now, and all the other symbols too. These are symbols. Like I'm looking at a symbol right now. I really want to turn my camera on and show, but I'm actually working. So I'm just saying, I'm putting out this challenge that the keys that I have, that I am sharing, are the fact that these are geodynamics and biodynamics, that the hieroglyphs have nothing to do with what they're telling you that have something to do with, and they are not what they're telling you that they are, and they are not letters. So you're getting the full uh, breakdown of the inaccuracy of Egyptology and the full details presented by those who are actually living in Egypt today, the stuff that they have shared with me. Now, the stuff that I charge is because the information hurts tourism, and the information hurts tourism is very, very important. So, all right, y'all. Peace. Hotepper, step up. House of Consciousness. Where y'all at, man? Everybody's still running. Y'all fear the Lotus. It's all good. I understand. I'd run too. You had Bobby Banger say, "Oh, you've been making up stuff." No, I haven't. Y'all, Tafina, it's there. Tafina is older than hieroglyphs, the progenitor to hieroglyphs. Peace.